As we get ministry for women affair, we also need ministry for men affair now. All those that need ministry for men affair, say hi. All those that need ministry for men affair, say hi. Let's start. Not be only ministry for women affair. We need ministry for men affair now.
Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Apostle Alfred Uyinosa, the man wey dey talk am as e be, say some married men dey die in silence. He say make married women no dey take their husband for granted. Make I leave you, make you hear from Apostle Alfred Uyinosa.
Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location. For the connect with me this morning, I want to talk about the be. Make you not take your loving and caring husband for granted. I also there will say a lot of Christian wives, they take their loving husband for granted. The fact that say the man they loving, the man they caring, no mean say make you take him for granted. Just as they shout violent against women, they are still violent against men. We know say there are some women when they be say that they beat men for house. Not be physical fight with their mouth. There are some things where they go talk against their husband. Go bless him with the husband, go drink sniper. Do not take a loving and a caring husband for granted. A lot of Christian women, no, they respect their husband. They go say, you know, you know, go report for, you know, go tell pastor, you know, go do anything, you know, go misbehave. They take their husband for granted. Yes, the Bible says, husband, love your wife. Wife, be submissive unto your own husband. There's a place of love and there's a place of submissiveness. There's a place of loyalty and there's a place of care. So, don't take your loving and caring husband for granted. Why some? She go get money. When the husband will be in need, she no go like saying get. But she dey work. She dey work. She no go like agree say she get money. But when she's in need, the man go run, enter skater woto to take support her. But when the man they in need, the woman will never have. The woman no go always get. Why be like that? Why some women, because she say get small quarrel with your husband, she will go zip up. She no go even agree, make the husband even touch her. And some Christian women, they take their Christian husband for granted. There are so many pastors where they suffer for their marriage, where their wife, they give body heat. And the man still there. Why? Because he don't want people to say, the guy will not fit control a wife. Now I can control church. So many pastors, they die silently for the hand of their wife. Now the ones who not fit take him, now go say, Madam, but come out. Like Christian Yakilu may go marry, he don't marry. When he just tell you, much, but come out. Even when Christian go marry on that woman. So, wife, make una know they take una loving, caring husband for granted. The fact that say the man no they talk, not me say the man a fool. Because we notice some Christian women, they take their husband for granted. They go say the man no go come out. If he come out, I'll go and tell Daddy Gio. If he leave, I'll go and tell Mommy Gio. Mommy and Daddy Gio get their own problem for us. They get their own challenge. Talk them as they be. So, as we talk, say freedom for Osinachi, freedom for the men that also be killed by woman. Yes, now. Yes, now. More talking. There are so many women, men where their wives don't kill. Freedom for those men too. Yes, now. As me, all of us they shout, freedom for Pastor Osinachi. Oh yeah, freedom for the men that have been killed. So make all the men also come and most begin to protest against any woman, family where they kill their husband, where their wife kill their husband. Yes, now, more talk as it be. Not be only freedom for Senachi. There are women, there are men suffering serious domestic violence in the hand of their wife. Some of them where they are abroad, I'm not saying that child will talk. Some of our Christian women for abroad, some whenever you Christian at all. The man will just do small thing. She will call police. I will call the cops for you. Before you know, she don't drive the man come out for her carry property. Yes, now, more talker. Now then you go see some men, when they suffer, carry their wife, go abroad. Suffer, carry their wife, go abroad. All of a sudden, the woman go join Women Liberation Ministry. So I can't go join Single Mothers Club Association. Single, but a husband house. The man, when he suffer, carry you go abroad. Do everything, clean you up, clean your family up. All of a sudden, you can't go join Single Club Association. You can't be treasurer. Yes, now, Moku talker. How you say me that man no verse? The man go verse too. As he did for man body, now say did for woman body. Talk about it be. So many men, they go through pain for the hand of their wife. So many Christian women, they go through hell for the hand of their wife. You go say, hey, yes, now, the man goes no angry cheat. You just did there. At time for 6 months, he no go touch the woman. The woman go say, I'm fasting. Some women go greet their pastor, good morning, daddy. They will never greet their husband, good morning, daddy. Why some way man is senior their husband? They go break, they go the way make the husband greet them, mommy, good morning. Yes, now, the woman no go respect your husband. I know of a man, he married. Na pastor too. He wife you 3 years, say senior. Guess what? They go break like this. The woman no greet the husband. She no greet the man, good morning, husband. He go the wait make the man fair greet her. And you say you lawyer, and you say you marry. The very moment when you marry, the husband become your head. Not you are. See, men love those who love them, and they are ready to deal with anyone that want to equal themselves with them. Yes, now, more talk about it be. When I don't hear that woman take kid that man, cut off his manhood. Where the woman now, he don't on that man don't they dualize and the man they grave. No man come out to shout, freedom for Peter, freedom for Peter. As when they shout violence against women, there are so many men going through hell in the hand of their wife, especially most Christian home. Yes, now. So time don't reach for us to begin to preach the balanced message. Yes, now. Sarah called the husband Lord, but we they call her JH. What happened to the days of our forefathers? When they married 5 wives, they still in one room. They married 3 wives, they did one house. They don't kill each other. This woman not poisoning the other woman. The other one not poisoning the husband. They were all living in peace and harmony. This generation change. Generation jet age, what I call them. No more regard, no more love. Yes, now. Now this generation, you go see husband and wife will chop finish. The wife go the way make your husband carry plate. Yes, now. And you go say me that you not provoke the man. No talk am. Man wey suffer go work. I don't talk about lazy men. Oh. I don't talk about lazy men. Oh. Man, you go come out in the morning. Husband go come out for the morning. He want go find with your family, go chop. He want also go work, we come back. The man go bath. Now he go still go kitchen, go carry food. The woman go lie down for bed. Or she dey press her phone. Or she dey watch telly. When the woman go say, give me food now, he go say, they cut your hand. So many pastors, they suffer in the hand of their wife like this. Yes, now, more talk about it, more shake, break the table. As the women, they go through pain for marriage. Now, so men, they go through pain for marriage. Yes, now. Men cry too. Men see they cry too. More talk about it, be. Maybe small quarrel there between the husband and wife. When night go reach, the man will say, yeah, let us visit Kilimanjaro. The woman will tell you, I am not in the moon. When you will come down from moon, you see the sky. Because small quarrel, the wife don't greet the husband. Man, the way God they create us, We love respect. We love a caring wife. Not just one-sided. Yes, now. There are so many men that are loyal to their wife, but yet they are slave. Time don't reach for men to begin to cry out. Men cry out too. Not believe women. Men cry out too. All we are saying, do not take our love for granted. All we are saying, do not take our caring for granted. How you go expect man when go work, come back? Meet your wife for house. The wife no go serve table. The same man go kitchen, go carry food. The woman go say they cut your hand. Because the man want peace, he go relax. Because the man no want quarrel, he go suffer, go carry food, he go chop. Men, speak out too. Most of us brothers from abroad, they suffer for the hand of their wife. How you go carry woman go abroad finish? Before you know, the woman can go join Single Mothers Club. She'll become the president. Some of them become treasurer. Some of them become secretary general. Some of them become PRO. Some of them become chairman visitation committee. Make we talk as it be now. As we shout justice for Sinachi, so we also saying justice for the men that have been killed by their wives. Men cry too. If the man judge the woman come out now because of her character, they go say, look at him. He could not maintain his home. Yeah, man, they'll give him all kind of name. As with the same woman come out for marriage because of abuse. So, okay, come out for that place because of abuse, vice versa. I know some women don't go happy for this matter, but I go talk how much they be. Men, they go through pain. Men cry too. Some men now see they regret why they won't marry that woman. Some now they regret why they won't carry that woman go abroad. The woman that was once loyal and lovely, when she did Nigeria, she was so ahead, they cool. She not they find trouble. The very moment when she enter abroad, she become the general of herself, the family. Because if we're abroad now, women get it right past men. Yes, now, more to come. As they see lazy men, as so they see lazy women. Some of their own are to they put Mary Kay, Papa K. So, once the man not get money, they go beer with the man. They date with the man. They go they drink garri with the man. They don't get shaking. Immediately money just enter the man's hand. Now they don't begin a demand. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. I want to do this. All of a sudden, their eye will come open for big thing. So women, they feel spend for their own family. They don't go like spend for the husband family. Yes, now. They feel carry money spend for their own family, but they don't go like spend money for their husband family. Why someday the husband will find money to borrow to do something, then she no go see come out. But when her family go to find money, she go borrow, go give her family. Yes, now. Talk about she dey be. We will talk about she dey be. We'll talk about she dey be now. Some men go tell their wife, I don't have money. The woman get to her, go say, I don't have. I only have 10,000 in my account. Why you not go so okay? Since you get 10,000, transfer 5,000, give your husband. No, you no go. Their own no go la come up for granted. La. Their own no go fall. Okay, then you go say, make we not talk. That's what it be. We go begin to talk now. As they affect women, that's what they affect men. That's what they affect children. Make we talk how much they be. How husband and wife go to their house. The woman no go greet the husband, good morning, sir. Even if you not push her, you don't agree the man. In the presence of the children, you go waka. Una not quarrel. Some go say, they can't, I'm older than the man. Why will I greet the man first? Why you marry the man? You don't know say the man senior you before. You don't know say the man senior you before when you marry him. Immediately you marry the man, you become loyal to the man. The man is your head. You must respect him. Take it or you leave it. When will they grow up? I see when my mama, they take care of my father. My father go walk. As they come back, my mom don't prepare food for grand. This day, yafun. She will boil water. So yeah, my husband go bath. But this generation wife, no. They don't go boil water, make the man take bath. They don't go set table. They don't go give the man food chop. The man will come from work. Now the man go enter kitchen. You will go serve himself. She know she well low. Not be say she the sick. Oh. So women will go out build house. You know, tell the husband. Yes, now. But talk about the bill. As we they say, make women leave abuse marriage. So make men see they come off abusive marriage too. As they pay for women, as they pay men. So we need organization now for men liberation. Me are ready to square head the organization now for husband liberation. Yes, now men they face abuse too for their marriage. No respect, no love. You go see man, we go they carry for woman. You go see man, we carry wife matter put for head well. The woman, she's full of herself. More talk about the be, abi. We know everything are understanding. Everything understanding. Men are going through pain. Men cry too. Men cry too. Men they go through pain. Men they go through hell. Men they go through hell. Pastors they go through hell. I know of a pastor. This pastor, the wife they give her body heat. Once children for church, they were carrying the pastor. She go to teach the pastor they sleep with the women, but meanwhile the pastor never get their time. So tell the woman now contract turn the head of the children against the pastor. Pastor went fat before come leave pass me. Thank God for God. That the woman pack a load waka because the man of it bear. Just December last year, the pastor could go marry that woman. If as I talk to you, if share the ministry grow now, the man get peace of mind. Some women know they give their husband peace of mind though. Some women know they give their husband peace of mind because they're a Christian. Because they're a Christian. Why some go wear leggings? As we they shout women liberation, now we will begin to say men liberation. They say Sarah loved Abraham and she called him Lord. How many times our wife should they call us Lord for us? Bible says husband love your wife. If we not love her, we go marry her. We love her. So women they like men when they pretend. They might go pretend. But some people when they open, they'll say it's too open. As women they nag, that's what make the nag too. There's a naggy wife, there's a naggy husband, vice versa. Vice versa, vice versa. A naggy husband, a naggy wife. A naggy husband, a naggy wife. As husband they nag, that's what women they nag too. Go talk. Why so no they talk? Oh? Some women want to become the Lord and Master of the home. Yes, sir. Some women want to become the Lord and Master of the home. The Lord and General of herself the marriage. Some of our brother for abroad now, they suffer, then they cry. Oh, then they cry. They go carry women, go abroad. What the woman they call wife, they don't see that python. They suffer, do visa. Repair their mama house, repair their papa house. Yes. Immediately the woman reach abroad. Or abroad, anyone that call her, he take the man peace come out. He take the man joy come out. The man they cry, the man they regret. So many men that they regret for abroad. Why they carry their wife go abroad? There are still some good women, oh. Mona no quote. There are still good women. Men cry too. Men are also facing domestic violence. One of the years so. Men are also faced with domestic violence. Men, they go through domestic violence. Seriously. Madam Christian, Madam Holy Mary, when last did you genuinely serve your husband food? When last your husband come back from work, you go hug him, my love, you are welcome. When last? Yes, now. The fact when he dey Christian home, he not there from unbeliever home like that. Motokana. Jatavi no jena. The rate of people running out of marriage, is there more for Christian home than unbelieving home? Yes, now. Yes, now. The way where Christian people, they run come for marriage, unbeliever, they run come on like that. Motokam. You know why? Understanding. Because the unbelieving woman know the place of true love and submissiveness without choking the man with her hot tongue. The Bible says, treat the women with respect because they are the wicked vessel. May I tell you, inside weakness is wickedness. What did I talk? Under weakness, now wickedness. They are telling us here. So, as women they suffer, as so men they suffer. So many men are dying in silence. Men are beginning to speak out. Oh God, speak out. Oh God, speak out. Oh God, speak out. Oh God, speak out. We go begin to talk now. Wagagwan. Men speak out. One of them speak out. Make una shout with the suffer in the hand of some Christian women. Mona go see as some Christians they suffer for their marriage. Because the woman will take them out for granted. My advice this morning be say, wife, do not take your loving and caring husband for granted. Husband, do not take your caring wife for granted. Vice versa. Wife, learn to greet your husband. When did you greet your husband? Good morning, honey. Some go say, I see know him. I cannot greet him. Some will say, I'm older than the man. Well, you are older than him. Why did you marry him? The very moment you marry that man, the man is older than you. You must give him that honor. More than not going to push people come up for their marriage. So many women don't push their husband go to marry second wife. Because they say the first one they give their body heat. They'll go marry one girl for stew or give them peace. This is truth and nothing but the truth. See, no reasonable man want to cheat on his wife. I mean it. No loving and a reasonable man want to cheat on his wife. You know, this is just the truth of the matter. When you see a man they cheat on his wife, ask yourself, something left to eat. Now the woman push the man to the wall. Take it or leave it. Now he push her. You know, no care, no attention. The man go come from work. The woman no go ask him, how your work today? Are you, they're okay, food already. Oh yeah, sit down, chop with the man. The man, if you carry plate. Some men go chop finish with their wife. Their wife go the way make the husband carry plate, go put for kitchen. So many of us, they go through pain because we know they talk. We just want to manage our home with wisdom. So many men just they go through pain. They just keep quiet. We don't keep quiet again. Our time was here. When Jesus is their family, happy home. Some these women, they don't even know Bible about Jesus Christ. Or madam, you where they walk. When last you bring your salary to give your husband? Your husband never ask you one day. Your husband never ask you how much you receive for salary one day. When last you collect money, you say, my husband, this is my salary for the month. What do you think we can do with it? No, we are not going to get. We are not going to get. You dey work, oh. Maybe your husband they broke. You go say, my wife, find me something. You say, I don't have. But when your own sister go, your brother go ask, you go borrow, give her. But when your husband they go through pain, you don't have. You don't have. So women prefer to go borrow money, give their own sister or their brother, than to give money to their own husband to take solve some problem. And you see that one I love. You see that one I marriage. Yes, when they grow up, I see where my mom, they respect my dad. She honor my dad. Nowadays, so women, now when the man, they make advance, then they open up. They will never make an advance to the man. They don't go like say, girlfriend, I'm honey. Never. Now let the man the honey. They know the honey. No. More talk and CBO. So women there for 6 months, they don't go tell the husband, say, my husband, I'm honey. Now let the man the honey. When I know sugar. When lad did you call your husband when they go work? Say, my husband, you don't reach work, how are you? You know go call. You know go talk. They'll say, no, she's not the talking type. You go talk. Take care of your husband. Well, as with the shout now say justice for Sinachi, we also they say now justice for the men that have been killed by evil women. No be today. No be today. Men they bear things, shall men they bear things. Where they bear things. Men they bear things. Men they bear things where. We talk men they bear things. Yeah, B.O.A. They go through pain, they go bear. They don't want, because they don't want to say, people call it loud, they say, your wife, they control you. Yes, now. See, it get where woman go handle man rich. They go say that man a woman rapa. It get where woman go handle the respect the husband rich. People go say the man a woman rapa. You never see. It get where you go submit to your husband rich. Your husband if you go borrow money, take carry buy more to give you. But someday, even when the husband go do this thing, they don't go follow him. When last you tell your husband, thank you? When last? So men go suffer, do something for their wife. The woman will never say thank you, as if she not arise. He will say, yes, if you don't feel take care of the one you marry. Yes, we marry each other, so we feel take care of each other. We must begin to speak out. I am ready to be the chairman of Speaking Association. Justice for men. Justice for men. There are so many men who don't go commit suicide because of their wife. Some men don't romance, so don't get high blood pressure because of the attitude of their wife. Oh, we no go agree, oh, we no go agree. Injustice against men. We no go agree. We no go agree, oh, we no go agree. Injustice against men. We no go agree. We no go agree, oh, we no go agree. Injustice against men. We no go agree. We no go agree. Yes, now. The issue of respect, men respect those who respect them. And they are ready to deal with anyone. They want to equal themselves with them. Take it or leave it. Madam, you senior your husband. Yes, I agree. When last you greet your husband, good morning, my husband. When last you greet your husband, good evening, my husband. When they grow up, my mama go kneel down and greet my papa. My papa get different many wives. We hear word. Today now your husband go get one small side chick. You don't know let person hear word. When I want to kill the man, when I want to go kill the guy. They can't love when they there for old age. Where the love can't go now? When the bishop man go fit marry 5 wives, they one roof. Why bishop that catching of happen now? Yes, we serve God. The Bible says that we are the light of the world, the salt of the earth. See, the world supposed to be copy from us. Unbelievers supposed to be copying from us. But now we now they copy from unbeliever. What a shame. You go see woman when not pass go church before. You go handle the woman. You go handle the man. You go respect the man. But Christian women, so Christian women will never respect their husband. But I forget those one when they wear the same color, the young color in the morning. No, that's why I know they wear the same color. I know they wear them. Maybe they can say they enjoy their marriage. I lie you. They go through pain. They go through pain. They go through pain. Madam, when last your husband come from work, you say, honey, the water is ready, man. The dinner is ready. When last? Oh, God. Remember, the Bible say, if I begin to quote Bible, I will say, Apostle, you want that my life. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. The Bible says, a wise woman builded her house with wisdom. The foolish one scattered her. We get so many foolish Christian mother. So many foolish Christian mother. That's why they go marry unbelievers. We pretend to be Christian. They marry unbeliever we pretend to be Christian. Because they know say she be holy, holy Mary. Madam, you need them they greet your pastor that the good morning. Why you know they greet your husband good morning, sir? Madam, holy, holy, oh. You go greet your pastor for church. My reverend, good morning, daddy. When last did you call your husband daddy? When last you greet your husband daddy? When last? When last you greet your husband, good morning, daddy. Good morning, my king. When last? But you will greet your pastor, you will greet your bishop, you will lie down for ground. But you know, we'll let kneel down for your husband. If we talk now, they will say we don't start. Men are suffering. No believe women they suffer. Men they suffer for marriage. Men they suffer. They suffer. Men they suffer. Oh, who will speak for us now? Where are the NGO that will speak for us now? Oh, as they get ministry for women affair, we need ministry for men affair now. It'll be this one. Anybody hold you? You know, go talk about that one for your page. You know, go talk down for your page. Now you want to talk that nonsense. As we get ministry for women affair, we also need ministry for men affair now. All those that need ministry for men affair, say hi. All those that need ministry for men affair, say hi. Let's start. Not be let ministry for women affair. We need ministry for men affair now. Gata. All those that want ministry for men affair, say hi. We need our own ministry now. No believe ministry for women affair. When the bishop this much happen to women, they will gather. Men, we need to. We need our own to ministry for men affair. No believe women. All those hi, just say hi. All those that need you, just say hi. All men, we need ministry for men affair. No believe women. Oh yeah, no jody. Oh, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Apostle. How
good
are
morning,
you?
Sir. I'm
well
fine,
done.
Damo, sir.
Thanks. So I say let me join this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
We are not saying that violence should be done against anybody. We are
Yes, sir.
against every form of violence. violence by women against men, violence by men against women. We
Yes,
condemn it completely. However, make I speak pidgin English. I want to agree with you 100% for waiting you talk.
Thank you, sir.
Men appear to be endangered species. Nobody they talk about men. You know, waiting they happen for Europe. They don't they creep, they come Africa. For Europe and for America. The first priority now children. The second priority now women. The third priority now animal. Before man. In fact, there's no priority for man at all. There's no priority for man. Sometimes man go jail because he take leg, kick cats. They happen for Europe already now. Governments, they make laws to favor animal, to favor children, to favor women. But nobody they talk about men. See what happen now for Lagos this morning. One man just pulling clothes for overhead bridge. He pulling clothes for overhead bridge. He jumped down from bridge. He attempted suicide. The guy, when they record and come, they call police, they call 911. I mean, we not get 911 for Nigeria. They call emergency line. May they come intervene, come rescue the guy. We never know what they cause him now. But most times, now abandonment, now they cause him. So a lot of men need help. And government should set up agency like Ministry of Men Affairs.
Yes,
to
sir.
look at issues of men. Because many men, they run mad on the streets. Many of them, they depressed. Many of them, they commit suicide. We don't know waiting they cause them. And just like you talk, as we tell men, say, may they take care of their wives, we also must emphasize, say, women, take care of your husband.
Yes, sir.
Our woman go kneel down, they greet another man, they call her daddy, they call him sir, they call her everything. Meanwhile, the one in their house, you know they respect him. Now, so you they call him, you they cuss him, you know get single respect for him. That one no work at all. So we need Ministry of Men Affairs. We need to tell women that respect your husbands. Love your husbands. Treat them like human beings. Just like we tell men, say, no man get right to slap any woman. I talk any man when they physical on a woman, that man supposed to go psychiatric hospital. I don't talk from the place before. That person not be human being. In fact, I like waiting Reverend Funke guest talk from Uganda. He say any man when slap his wife, the man are idiots, not fool. And that many people they grow to become husbands, but they not grow to become men. And we need to teach men how to be men. So I agree with you 100%. Waiting you to talk now, I did this conversation. I even like people to even ask questions because I'm not in a hurry to leave. I go follow you, stay here until we finish this conversation so that we'll get results. So make I leave and back to you so that you continue. If you get any questions to ask me. I did this conversation this morning.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. And the issue when it be say, women, when it claims the senior their husband when they marry, I discover said they don't greet their husband in the morning. I will confront one. He said because according to where she from come, woman when senior man they greet man, and you marry the man, when you get to turn a Christian.
That you see the problem there. The woman needs some level of counseling. The counseling here be say there's what we call situational position. Situational position. Situational position means say you are not looking at only your chronological or biological age. You they look at the situation to describe the class or the status of the other person. So as I be now, my age, no matter the age, if I get boss for office when be 30 years, and me I be 40 something, I did my late 40s, and my boss for office now 35 years. If I reach office, I go greet and good morning, man. I go greet and good morning, sir. You know why? Because the situation for that office, me say, she be my boss.
Yes, sir.
She be my superior. So I must greet her. If I no greet her, I did disobedience. If I know subordination. The same way, if a woman marry man, the man, especially as a Christian, the man is the head of the home. And as the head of the home, the man is the principal in that home. The woman should respect the husband and greet the husband appropriately. And I am using the term appropriately because as an Isha man, for example, there's a way my wife will greet me to show respect. For Robo people, there's a way the woman will greet to show respect. If the woman refuses to do that, now be say they contest my position with me. She not accept me as a husband. She not accept me as a head. So I not go quick to say she no get sense, but I go quick to talk say she need advice. She need counseling. Because as long as you don't marry that man, the man is the head, is the husband, and therefore you must give that man the respect. Why should they greet her bosses for office when senior am? Why should they greet her bosses for office when senior am? Me as I did so, I get juniors when be my senior because they start work after me. They start work after me. And when I see them, I go tell them, if they be women, I will say, good morning, ma. If they be men, I go say, good morning, sir. The same thing now I know say my wife they do if she go work. If she see her juniors for office, but they be senior officers, she go greet them good morning, sir. If she greet them good morning, sir, and she refuse to greet me, her husband, good morning, sir, now disrespect. And the Bible says wives should respect their husbands. Honor your husband. If you refuse to respect me, you also are making it difficult for me to love you as I expect to love you. So if the woman saying be Christian, he never read Bible well. He need to read Bible more. Say, Sarah, call the husband Lord and must treat the husband as Lord, someone who is superior. It not mean say the man go to sit down for your head. It just means that you understand spiritual laws and you operate under that law. As an African too, you know, people they try to say Africa bad. Africa no bad though. Now some bad people in Africa. Our tradition no bad. And as a sociologist and anthropologist, I know say our traditions are not bad. There are bad practices inside, but tradition is not bad. So as an African, when a woman wakes up in the morning, the first person you must greet is your husband. Is your husband. And nothing says that the husband cannot say, my wife, good morning, how are you first? But when your husband tells you, my wife, good morning, how are you? You should show respect by greeting your husband appropriately. That's why I want to answer that question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Another matter, and you know, say some Christian, in fact, generally, because we talk about most Christian home now, when it be say, if they get money, their husband will ask, they will say they don't get. But if their sister or their brother ask, they'll go borrow, give their brother. So where is not the place of love for this matter?
You don't answer the question. There's no love. There's no love in that matter. Number two, there's no sincerity. The woman know they're sincere. The man open up. The man, they bring out only money. I know they talk of men when they waste family money. Oh, not be that kind of men. Because some men, if the woman gives them the money, you go use and drink. You go use and carry women. If you be that kind of woman, be careful. Not release your money or your money to that man because you need to protect the future of your children. But if you be woman when you paint now, say family get projects. Let's say family they build house. The woman get money, go refuse to contribute to the project. Meanwhile, now the man not get children for outside. All your children at that family they did. Rather, you can't gather money, go give your brother to build your own house. Gather money, give your own family members. You're not they sincere to that marriage. You never. The Bible says a man shall leave his father and mother. Permit me to add that the woman shall also leave her father and her mother and shall cling together with his husband, and the two shall be one flesh. Any woman, when we say if they do something outside, just like any man, when they do something outside, when they carry the wife along, you get backup. You they follow family, you they support other people, and you not support the husband and the family when you get for home. You not get love, you not they sincere, and you are destroying the family. And it's a matter of time. The family will scatter.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Because this conversation is the open room for more questions and waiting they come out from my mind based on experience and the rest. Now, why it be say most home, the husband will come back from work. The woman, not be say she dey sick or she dey okay. He no go serve table, maybe no go kitchen, make the man eat. Now the man go still bath, she go serve himself food. When the man go say, you not give me food, go see whether they cut your hand. This matter now they destroy so many homes. And some men now they die in silence. What do we do about this matter?
And there are many sides to that story. If the woman they work as the man they work, let's say as I they work now, me I be pastor, I also be lecturer. Now we dey strike. As we dey strike, so now I be say I not get work when I they do apart from personal things when I they run, and my wife they go work. I not expect say now my wife will come cook breakfast or make lunch for me. As I dey house now with the children, I don't already they make arrangement for what we go eat for breakfast, what we go eat for lunch. And when evening comes, If she come on time, she will come make the evening food. That's not my personal experience. But that's not number one scenario. Number two scenario be say the woman dey house, now full-time housewife, for example. She no go work. And the man go work, come back. Even if the man not go work. For Africa, where we dey, now the responsibility of the woman to ensure, say, the table is set. The table is set and set properly. It not mean say the man not fit help the woman or the man not fit set table for himself. But a situation where the woman, they tell the man, say, whether they cut in hand, there are many things involved. It is either the issue of love, don't they go down for that marriage? Maybe the woman no love the man again, or the man do something when the woman, they act, the woman, they pay back, but they don't know how to talk and directly. But somehow, the woman, they decide to say, okay, I will punish you for this thing when you do. And one way women, they punish men for marriage, now say that they deny them food, that they deny them sex, that they deny them respect. In fact, that they deny them even conversation and relationship. They will cut them off. If a woman, they do that one consistently, waiting the man supposed to do now, say, call the woman one-on-one. Make una share una thoughts and mind together. Say, my wife, waiting, make you they behave the way you they do. So if after you don't do all this one, the woman no listen, you can also invite an accountability partner. Somebody when your wife, they fear and respect. It can be your pastor, can be someone else, and let them talk to her. If after they talk to her and no change, that woman need to go back to a mama, make it go learn certain habits, certain training. You need to go learn how to be wife. Because some women are actually married women, oh, they are mothers, but they are not wives. They never train them to be wives. Just the way. I beg, talk them again. Talk them again. Some women are married women. They are people's mothers, but they are not wives because they have not been trained on how to be wives. And I'm very concerned about this. For one of my videos, I also talk, say many men, they never train them to be husbands. They don't know what it means to be a husband. Now, so many women be. They don't know what it means to be a wife. Then say many women think that if they submit to their husbands, they are fools. Many women think that if they serve their husbands' tables, they are fools. But you see, there is this joy that comes when a table is served by your mother, served by your wife. The children and the husband look forward to it, and it creates harmony and peace in the family. But in these days of smartphone and Android phone, women today, instead of make food available, they go tell the husband, say, go cook by yourself, or food in the freezer, go warm up by yourself, go do things by yourself. The people when we they imitate, the good ones inside. Why we know they imitate the responsible people? In one interview, when they grant late Margaret Thatcher of Britain, the former Prime Minister of Britain, she talks there before she go her place of work every day. I mean, as Prime Minister, she said she must make breakfast and food for her husband and watch her husband eat before she come up for house every day. That one now, Igbo person, we they forbid to imitate. They not copy that one, no. They don't copy that one. Michelle Obama, wife of former President Barack Obama, also talk say she they ensure say she make breakfast and food for her husband. She know they take them for granted. Why our people not imitate and copy that one? Now the rascals, the homeless, and people when they America, when no get culture, when no get foundation, when want freedom, they say they want women's rights. Women's rights not be women's irresponsibility. Women's rights not mean say you are irresponsible. Women's rights not mean say you are wicked. Women's rights actually means you fight for equity and equality and fairness and justice. It doesn't make you responsible. Because as a woman, you are first of all somebody's daughter, you are somebody's sister, you are somebody's wife before you become somebody's mother. The tragedy is that most women in Africa will say they are married to their children. And so they are more of people's mother than wife. You can't be a child, you can't be somebody's mother without being somebody's wife. Without becoming somebody's wife or somebody's partner, in case they never put money for your head, you'll be baby mama or they marry you for credit. You are somebody's partner. As long as you are somebody's partner or somebody's baby mama or somebody's wife, you must be responsible to that person and be respectful. We are not talking about being abused here. We are talking about responsibility and relationship. And I think that we must be responsible people if we want to live and we want to set the right template for our children.
Now, thank you very much. So, which means, based on the discussion right now, we need to begin to advocate for the Ministry of Men Affairs.
Very correct.
Because this ministry will be responsible for the taking care of men when they go through abuse and violence in the hand of their wife.
Exactly.
So where do we start from, sir?
Advocacy is what you are doing now.
Okay.
We must start with advocacy and awareness. How? We should now begin to document cases of men who have been abused, cases of men who have suffered violence, and cases of men who have suffered injustice but have not been attended to. We must combine them across the states in Nigeria and make a case and present them to our constituent representatives at the Houses of Assembly, in the House of Representatives, and in Senate, and submit these cases to them. Hopefully, they will present them so that government will see the need to perhaps set up agencies to look at the cases of men who are abused. We know it. It's not like people are not aware. There are cases of men who are murdered on a daily basis by their wives. There are cases of men who are beaten. And then the worst of all is the case of men who suffer from abandonment. Abandonment. They work all their lives. They work taking care of their family and children. And when they are old or sick, they are abandoned by their spouses, abandoned and left for dead. Some people have stroke, some have dementia, some are suffering from psychological trauma and mental and depression. And at the point where they should be cared for, that is where they are abandoned. We need not just Ministry of Men's Affairs, we must build up our welfare system as a state to care for those who need care, to help those who cannot help themselves, and to give opportunity for people to seek help where they need help. We need asylums. What we have currently in Nigeria has a lot of stigma attached to it. If a person says, I am having mental torment and torture, I'm suffering from depression, let me go to a psychiatric hospital, they will start laughing at the person. So we need mental homes, not psychiatric hospital. We need homes for the aged, we need homes for men and homes for women, where people can just drive into, see a counselor, see a psychologist, see a social worker, see a psychiatrist if the need be, so that people can seek for help and find help in time before they become too destroyed to seek for help.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. And with the way things are going now, so which means, what is now the role of the church? I just read that time don't reach for the church to begin to organize seminars. Now we begin to talk about the issue of marriage, issue of prosperity, and further than that. More begin to talk more on the issue of marriage. Because anything where they happen for society, now the reflection of what they happen for marriage. Now the kind of picking where come out from marriage, now we see for society. Now, what is now the role of the church in this matter?
Well, the role of the church, basically, the church is there to teach people. The church is there to disciple people. The church is there to empower people. So the church must use every ministry organ that they have to empower the people to become competent, to become dynamic, to become strong, and to be able to deal with issues and troubles as they come. In the last 6 weeks or so in my church, Covenant Life Baptist Church in Benin City here in Nigeria, the senior pastor dealt on habits that destroy relationships. And some of the habits that he dealt on were anger. He talked about anger. He talked about silence. He talked about revenge, and some others. And in the past, he has dealt on several other issues. So I'm saying that instead of teaching, just like you said, instead of teaching only prosperity, churches should be holistic in their messages. Teach people how to be responsible. We have so many responsible people in our nation today. We have so many responsible Christians. We have very many irresponsible husbands and irresponsible wives. So we need people to teach us. We need the church rather to teach her members on how to be responsible. And you can do that through women organs, the women ministry, the men's ministry, the youth ministry, and teach them what is expected of them. We must say this, that there are churches who lay emphasis on what people want to.
Network. Wow.
That is Nigeria for you.
Nigeria. So, man of God, so what's your point before network come? Okay.
Okay. I hope you got that.
No, sir. The network went off.
Okay, I'm saying that the church should continue to teach the people to be responsible members, to be responsible wives, to be responsible husbands. And once the church does that through discipleship, because evangelism is good, but when you evangelize them and bring them into the church, you must disciple them to become responsible members in the church.
Okay. Sorry, sir. God is opening another chapter now based on this matter. I discovered that in our society today, most of our children, our girls, no longer wear brazier. They now go out naked. They come to church. They are in mosque. They are in market. Now, we as men of God, what are we supposed to do to correct this menace that is even making men to start running and be sleeping up and down because these guys, they now expose their nakedness? So what do we do?
Okay, I don't want to pass that buck to the church for now. That problem is not a church problem. That problem is a family problem. It's a family, it's a family institution that has become irresponsible, not the church. Because those girls, those naked girls and naked women, those naked men or half-dressed men and women are from homes and families. Every Sunday as I dress to church, on Saturday, I insist that my children, mainly girls, bring out their clothes and show me what they are going to wear before Sunday. I don't wait on Sunday to check what they are wearing. I see what they are going to wear on Saturday before Sunday. And I think that every father should be responsible enough to guide their children on what they wear. On the issue of wearing bra, is the impact of Western culture. The Western culture of braless, the braless culture. And at a point in time, it was the order of the day in Nigeria. For example, in Bowen University, many guests were sent home because on the day that they targeted to celebrate the braless day, they came to school that day without bra, and they were sent home. And many social media experts and many newspapers began to attack Bowen University and even attack Covenant University for not allowing students who came to campus without bra to enter into their school premises. My point here is that that problem is not a church problem, but the church can also contribute by teaching the people the importance of dressing, on the usefulness of dressing and how to dress appropriately. The Bible talks about modest dressing. And I think that dressing is intended to cover. From the very beginning, where God was the first fashion designer, God decided to make clothes made of leaves for men, for Adam and Eve, to cover their nakedness. So any dress that does not cover your nakedness is not from God. It's not from God and must not be encouraged. So what should the church do? The church should teach the people when they come and teach them on the importance of dressing well. You cannot achieve that on a Sunday service, but you can organize trainings. You can organize other programs to empower people to learn how to dress and dress well. New members can come to church without bra. They can come to church with tattered clothes, but when they come, they must not live that same way. I don't mean giving them wrapper to cover. I mean helping them have an encounter with God that changes their perspective on dressing. But what do you do? There are some churches where even those who climb the altar are worse than those on the streets in terms of dressing. Yes.
You have said it again.
There are those who climb the altar who are worse than those on the street. So the church is, some churches are worldly. And so when the people of the world come to the church, they are shocked that, so these people have fashion sense even more than me, who is not born again. So when you are telling them about dressing, they have a reference that this man of God or this woman of God with so much anointing does not wear bra, does not dress well. So why are you telling me to dress? After all, it is not the outside, it's the heart that matters. That's what they tell you. That is the state of the heart that matters. But the Bible tells you that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Therefore, whatever you wear, whatever you display is a reflection of what is in the heart. I think that the challenge we have is that we are not ready to own up to the weaknesses that we have. If you have a weakness, it should not be a justification to now normalize that weakness. Ask God to help you deal with the weakness. So if I have a weakness with dressing, or I have a weakness with lust, I should pray God to help me overcome lust instead of going to the altar and helping all my members to experience lust. No, I should deal with that lust and still teach against lust, and still teach against bad dressing, and still teach against what is wrong, even when I'm dealing with it as a problem. I think that's where a lot of us are having that challenge. And therefore, we are trying to impose the word on the church. The word can never be a part of the church. By their fruit, you shall know them. Forget the preaching. If they tell you that God lives in their midst, no problem. By their fruit, you shall know them. My senior pastor preached a message many years ago. Moses was described as an Egyptian. You know why? Why was Moses described as an Egyptian?
Because of his dressing.
Yes. When the daughters of that man saw him, they saw him dressed in Egyptian garments. So when they went to their father, they said, an Egyptian helped us. He was described not because of what was in the heart. He was described by what was outside. And what was outside was that he was an Egyptian. And so, if you walk about without bra, you are an Egyptian. If you walk about naked and people see your chest, your breast, or your parts of your body that announces, that tells them about sensuality and sex, you are Egyptian. What they saw is an Egyptian. Maybe you are an anointed Egyptian. Maybe you are a powerful Egyptian, but you are still an Egyptian. And we must lay emphasis on that God wants us to move from Egypt to Israel. In Israel, you can still have a challenge, but you are now consecrated. You are a child of God. But as long as you are an Egyptian, you remain an Egyptian, no matter what has happened. So we must change. We must change and emphasize change.
Thank you, sir. Like Pastor Fejiro, go ahead.
Yes. I want to first of all appreciate Apostle Alfred for this enlightening program and for striking the balance. You see, one of the things that I feel is a problem in Nigeria is we don't usually strike the balance. And I'm happy that we are gradually beginning to strike the balance, because when we begin to ponder on issues of rape, we should also put in so much energy in addressing the issues that also lead to rape. So if we are treating the issues of abuse in marriage, which we have said on our various platforms we are not in any way in support of, you have done it, Apostle, and you have spoken so much on the fact that you are not in support of abusive marriage. And now you are taking the next step now to also address issues that may lead to domestic violence. And I think when we begin to strike the balance, we would get things right. And so you've really talked of many issues, and I want to appreciate you. I also want to appreciate the last speaker, Pastor Dr. Luga. Just listening to him speak has been a huge blessing. I thought he would stay online for a few minutes because I also have some questions for him. I didn't know why he left, but if he's still around, please, I would like him to come back, because I read and I discovered that according to the research I did, they said that there are two things that usually brings problem oftentimes in marriage. That there are two major problems. There may be other minor ones, but there are two major problems: money and sex.
Yeah.
That money and sex is predominant. So I wanted to ask Doctor, please add him if you can. How do we treat couples who deny their spouses of sex or food and money Because you even made a striking point when you talked about women that their money, you know, when the husband money comes, it's for the family, responsible men.
Yes.
But when the woman money comes, it's not for the family. It's for her, it's for her siblings, at most for her child.
Yes.
So much so that the husband is in need, she cannot contribute a quarter. Some of those issues. But my question now, if Dr. Lugat can come back, and if you want to ask, how do we address those partners starving their partners of sex? Always not in the mood, always not ready.
They are always ready.
Always not in the mood, always tired, always doing one activities or the other. How do we address issues like that, where partners begin to starve their husbands or their wife of sex?
Because they have issue.
Yeah, because they have issue. An issue came to my table. What was the issue? Because the man had issue with the woman, he said he was not going to touch her. And for close to 6 months, he did it. She confided in me to say it went to a point where he was masturbating in her presence, that he rather masturbate than make love to her, just to punish her. He migrated to another level, because when we say domestic violence, there are other things that can even be more than that abuse, those bruises.
Yes.
She went further to state that the man would bring a colleague and make love to her on the matrimonial bed, having starve her of sex. Then tomorrow, a woman like that goes out and they tag her unfaithful and divorce. So how do we begin to strike the balance in all of these things, Apostle?
Yeah, it is a serious matter, and the matter is really pathetic. But I think we have gotten to a point now where we need to start speaking out and to balance it. A lot of men are actually going through pain, and women are going through pain. That man that decided to masturbate in the front of the wife is a demon. He need urgent medical attention. He need medical attention. Why will you do that in the presence of your wife? You bring in another woman to the house. So that man need medical attention. If not just medical attention, he need counseling. Or let the man be tied down, take him to psychiatric. Let them quickly examine him before he get out of hand. So basically, that man is possessed. On a very serious note, that man is possessed and he need urgent deliverance. Now, in a nutshell, a lot of our men are in pain, but they cannot speak out. They cannot speak out because a lot of us have so many experience. There are so many pastors right now going through pain in the hand of their wife. And because they don't want the wife to come and disgrace them in church, they don't want the woman to come and scatter the church, they just bear it. And it's a big problem. So if we are talking about justice for Sinachi, we should begin to say justice for men that have been killed by women. What about that man, that big man that was killed, and the so-called girl that killed him, they went to do beauty pageant in the same prison yard. So what kind of message are they sending? So it is time for men to begin to rally around men so that we can put an end to all this. But I will also suggest that a lot of seminars, programs that will enlighten the people against violence and the rest, and to begin to talk about genuine love and care. I think we need to start beginning to do more of such programs, and I just hope that men will attend, because they don't like attending program. That's another problem. So what do we do?
You see, I like the fact that you raised the motion, and it was seconded that by Dr. Luga, that the Ministry of Men Affairs should be created. I don't know why it looks like in the world generally they think men don't have a problem. Men has problem. Men may be looking strong physically, but the torture they go through inside. There are a lot of instances. I shared with you, okay, we are talking about parenting, how children begin to dress anyhow now in the society. If you check where that problem started from, it was from the home parenting. A situation whereby the father is trying to correct the kid Because the mother want to prove that she loved the child more than the father, she begins to counter the father's correction. I know of a pastor back then, when the children misbehave, particularly the daughter, she dressed anyhow, misbehave, and the father wants to discipline the child. The mother will come out and carry the child and say, leave my daughter for me.
Okay now.
Pikin wey dem gather born, oh, leave my daughter for me, leave my daughter for me. And if the man would not leave the daughter for her, that would be leading to another problem. So in order for the pastor to avoid them saying, pastor and the wife get problem, he go leave the daughter for her. As I speak to you now, that girl is nothing to write home about.
Okay now.
Absolutely nothing, with all due respect, nothing to write home about. So we begin to look at these things. When fathers begin to caution the children and mothers begin to prove that they love the child more than the father and prevent those corrections. How do we go about it?
Yes, they're doing broadcast.
Yeah? A child is
okay.
Dressed.
All right, somebody want to contribute. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
So when you talk about, you say the right things. I remember when I did Nigeria travel for Nigeria, that should be 2014 or so. What happened? One landlord, the son, he come out for school because of money. So that's the kid of worry. Say tomorrow let them go to work. And when they pay, if Papa ready to go work, and the rest of the follower, he say no follow Papa go work. They go when they go, Papa begin their business. Say you come for school, so come collect school fees money. But you don't follow and go work. As Papa they challenge them, and say you guys start to challenge the man, and they are shocked. And they want the pikin say, you know, you talk to the guy like this, so he say make I leave, and they are boss. I say, oh okay, that's when I leave it to the tell you things. But they are not from there. I don't say well. Sorry to say this, sorry to say, but many things more the way which way they happen. So most of them, it over generate for our mother. Most of them, why I say so. You see, this beginning they go in money to go say no, don't try it. Once mama don't run out for this, go, don't go. Nothing the man can do. The man can really cry, but this is over and come and people say why? No, you might not know.
Wow.
So I'm saying I don't say about that, nothing more than that, but all I continue to give them access.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, God bless you, carry.
So my people, now big problem, oh, you know, say na big problem. See what that guy talk now. Papa tell Pikin say if Pikin come house, say he need money. Papa say okay, they Bremo go work. Other people follow Papa go work, Pikin not go. Papa come now, they say, Pikin, why you not follow me go work? He want to score down. In my mind, join the Pikin. Now me say, Mama, me go do Yahoo now. Man of God, what do you have to say about that?
In fact, now similar matter where be even they begin the shook mouth put say, you know, say now I already the shook mouth for that matter.
Yes,
say why
yes.
children not they learn well now because of say awful times the mother go dey as opposed to the father because she want prove say that she love the pikin pass, thereby destroying the child. Because the only book talk say if you spare the rod, you go spoil the child. And most mother now no one made that they spare the rod, thereby spoiling the child. So what I want to put be say make parents learn to dey speak in one voice. E not dey right say see mothers, I know say una love children, now una bring them, una feel say now una love them pass, but you go understand say e even dey wrong ethically to rebuke your husband in the presence of your child. You understand? Allow him discipline the child, then go your private place, go tell the husband say Oni, that was too much. Oni, I beg, I don't want to disrespect you, but that was to the extreme. For me, that's a better way. But the idea of challenging your husband because of your child, that child will not grow. One, will not go to love the father. We begin to see that the father is the problem. Two, that child will not grow to be formed because you see, for home to balance, one of the parents need to ash, another one go calm.
Yes.
You understand me? So when the two not blend like that, my people, challenge go dey. So my own recommendation be say on no account must the mother or the father rebuke the partner for the sake of the child in the presence of the child. They must learn to speak in one voice. Now that one I be the most striking thing I want to in for that matter.
Wow. Thank you very much. And by the grace of God, Pastor Lugara be trying to come in, but the network is not allowing him. So let me see if we can call in direct and make his contribution. And
Okay.
let me see. And he has been trying to log in. The network is not allowing him. Let me just call him so I can just make the last contribution.
Yeah.
So I think we need to create more time to begin to talk about this because men need justice too. Men need justice. Yeah, the net is not connected. So I said, let me call you direct. Make your last contribution on this matter, sir. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Refuse me to connect, but let me just quickly add that all that we have said very well, and I think that we should make this at least a once in a week program.
Okay.
That part of the advocacy, yes, a once in a week program where we come out and we discuss this, and honestly, I volunteer myself to be part of it.
Okay.
Then, finally, the issues raised. Why would the woman starve the husband? You talked about domestic violence, sexual abuse, and all the others, and the man starve the husband and even bringing people in. And I like the answer that Apostle gave to all of those. But permit me to add that all of these are signs and symptoms of a failing marriage. Of a failing marriage. They are signs and symptoms of a failing marriage. What I often ask couples is this. Was it like this? Has it always been like this? Or something changed? So there is need for us to trace it, to know when all of this happened. And if you're able to trace it, you are closer to the solution than the problem. That's number one. Number two, outside the fact that there are signs and symptoms of a failing marriage, you must also understand that who are the associations that your wife is keeping or the associations that your husband is keeping. Because evil communication we are told corrupt good manners. So if they are keeping wrong association, whether physically or virtually, because in these days of smartphones there are terrible associations, you must observe all of these and not go as a headmaster or headmistress. Talk it over. There's nothing dialogue and conversation cannot deal with. Some people will say my spouse is not approachable, but there's nobody that is not approachable. Just discover the A game on how to approach your spouse and do it. Ultimately, you are the one who wants solution. So be ready to make sacrifices until you get your family exactly where you want it to be. Very finally, we indeed need to begin to advocate for attention to be given to men. Sadly, by the National Population Commission, every year, and each time we conduct census, more men die than women, and men die as a result of chronic diseases like heart attack, cardiac arrest, high blood pressure, diabetes, and others. All of these conditions are because men are suffering unannounced. Men are suffering inside, and they are dying silently on a daily basis. Let's help the men before we have a society where there are no men again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Before you go, please, I'd like to ask a question, sir.
Go ahead.
This communication gap now we are experiencing in marriage has been linked. A lot of people are linking it to smartphone. A situation whereby an husband that have gone to work for money or the wife or both of them comes back in the night, rather than having time to discuss, they both hang on the smartphone. Then they no longer have time for communication. What is your take on that, sir?
You see, the smartphone has come to stay. It can be a problem and can be a reason for gap. But experts are now advocating that spouses, partners, and friends can use smartphones to connect. What to think of it? We connect more with people now with smartphones than ever. Such that even if the person is thousands of miles away from you, you are able to connect with the person.
Yes.
All you have to do is deliberately, just the way you connect with business partners, connect with ministry partners, and connect with other people, deliberately find a connecting gap between you and your spouse. agrees with your spouse, you may be the only one doing it for now. After some time, it can become reciprocal. So also use the smartphone to connect. To think that a time will come where there will be no smartphones, I doubt if that time will come. It's an evil we are living with, but we can convert the evil to something good and use it positively to boost the relationship between us and our spouses. Are we not connecting now with social media to Facebook?
Yeah.
You should not call with your husband or wife and connect with that person physically. If it is that you are far away from the person, you can do a video call while the person is in the room, and you can share your nakedness with one another, share anything you want to share with one another, and by so doing, you would have bridged the gap that exists between you. But if there is no love in the physical, there will be no love with the smartphone. So what we need now is build connection first of all physically, because the person you connect with physically, when the person is not there, you look for every available means to connect with the person using your smartphones. So build connection first, build love first, build relationship first, and then the smartphone will become a vehicle for sustaining that love and connection.
Wow.
Sir, the point I'm emphasizing on, sir, is that some partners have accused their partners that when they come back from work, rather than having time with their partner, having been away for quite a long time, they stay on their phone. Or it's either the partner is staying on the phone, or you discover that the woman is in the parlor watching Z World, watching Telemundo, watching drama, and the husband just came back from work, no time for fellowship, and they sleep like that, go back to work the next day, they come back. Is either one of them is on their phone or the other one is on TV, and so on and so forth. So, so there's no more room for communication as it used to be previously. That's the area I was asking on, sir.
I think I understand you, and the response I gave is what I want to present in a different form now.
Okay.
You see, let me use myself as an example. When I come to the house and my wife or children are watching this Nigerian Got Talent or this music show that they are watching, I'm not a fan of this television program, but what I do is that I come sit in their midst. I sit in their midst and we watch it together. We build connection together, we make fun together, we laugh about it together, we make mockery together, and sometimes after the show, I usually will say, okay, can we have our own show? Let each of us sing our song, let this person be the judge. That's one way to build connection. Number two, deliberately bond on your spouse. It's your spouse. Yes, people want to maintain privacy, but in marriage, if you think that it's her life or his life, let him live any way you like. Suddenly you will become a stranger to your spouse. So sometimes invent the privacy of your spouse, not by you check what they are doing on their phones, but by deliberately say, sweetheart, I think you spent enough time on the phone. Can we have time together? I do that consciously. And my wife sometimes will tell me that, since you came, you've been looking at your phone. I say, yes, I have a message I'm sending. And I can drop the phone immediately. One person will take the initiative to create that consciousness. Someone shared with us and say, when once it is 8 p.m., he switches off the phone. You can't make that person available without problem. And the other person says, once it's 9 p.m., I switch off my phone, I take care of my family, and been home. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that this phone is there and it's useful to us, but we need to deliberately try to disconnect. However, the phone can also be a list of distraction among spouses. If you notice that you are now being distracted with the phone, the intelligent attempts, like my friend would say, can we chat the same concept? We can't chat. We can't chat now. And that in itself is a timeline. That is late, it's 10 p.m., it's 9 p.m., we can't chat. Let's continue tomorrow. You are able to create a boundary for yourself, and that boundary will help you to stay connected. I know the challenge sometimes is that when you even create a boundary and the person you want to talk with is not interested, you will now step back on the phone again. I know that spouses go through that, or people in relationships go through that. But my point is, relationship is for God. We must make efforts and continue to work it out until we achieve the result that we desire.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Wonderful contribution. We'll be looking forward to a time next week by the grace of God.
where we're going to be deliberating on this matter, because I believe we'll continue to talk, the awareness will be raised, they'll begin to do the right thing. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So everyone in the house, I want to say thank you. The rain is falling right now because of the noise. We'll continue from here. The bottom line is this: do not take your caring and loving husband for granted. Husband, love your wife. Wife, love your husband. Let's unite. Let's come together to build a formidable home. All we want is that we are saying no to abuse and violence in marriage. With understanding, I believe we can build a sustainable home. Speak out. Let's say no to our abusive home. Wife, love your husband. Let's be submissive and do the right thing. God bless you. We'll have a fruitful home by the grace of God. Same time next week, we'll come back and continue to discuss on this matter. God bless you. I love you all. Bye.
Now we don't hear from Apostle Alfred Uyinosa. You also hear from the people we call in. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.